Well, welcome to the United Matters channel, and today Frank de Jong's story comes back. You know, today is the 1st of January, and with the 1st of January, it's obviously commencing the transfer window commence. So we are here to talk about Frankie de Jong and what I was going to say about his possibility to obviously join the club of Manchester United, and to say to it that we might be really looking up for him, and a signal that maybe Erik ten Hag is not yet done, and he really feels like when a chance ever shows up for United to sign Frankie de Jong, he'll never really give up. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. Happy New Year to everyone watching in this channel, and here we come to obviously discuss lots and lots of things as far as everything is really concerned onto this beautiful channel of ours, that is the United Matters channel. Donny van de Beek has officially completed his move to Frankfurt, and that's where he is right now. Photos have been released when he's holding those shirts of Frankfurt, and he's been doing better that side. And the club of Man United have gone ahead to issue a very official statement as far as that is really concerned. So let's see close to 100 likes smash on this video, and don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 17,000 subscribers, and I know we even have the mantle to hit 20,000 subscribers before the end of this month, because it's the January transfer window and you guys are really interested in the news coming in through. Now let's start it off with Frankie de Jong. He was holding an interview with NOS, and NOS obviously is I think is one of those publications down in Netherlands. You know, they've been really having a holiday, and they're gonna hit to return to the side of Catalonia to really train and prepare for Las Palmas, a game they're playing on Thursday. Donny van de Beek said, "I'm at the club of my dreams, that is Barcelona," he told NOS. And then the person or the journalist of NOS asked him, "Manchester United is here. Manchester United is still there, always interested. A new league could bring you a new impulse, could bring you new impulses?" That was the question. Then he said, "Possibly, but I'm very satisfied at Barcelona. It's always difficult to say. For now, I feel here." So having gone ahead to put out that statement, it shows you that he knows exactly what is happening. The interest of Manchester United for Frank de Jong is still longing, and it will never go off. It will never at any point go off. It's going to keep going and going and going and going. And if at all you think that it's really one of those moments that will ever fade, then you are really out of your head. Unless otherwise, Erik ten Hag is not the manager of Man United. Ten Hag is looking at his squad of Manchester United with midfielders who can obviously bring in a lot of energy in the midfield, and they're really talented. For example, like you see Kobbie Mainoo. By the way, Kobbie Mainoo is the best description of a player or of a set of players that Erik ten Hag wants to play in the midfield. So we all know that Frank de Jong is that kind of player. He has the energy, he has the intensity, and he is really one of those quality players that will get you those passes and control. You know, he is really talented. His passing levels are really insane, and there is no way any manager wouldn't love him to play for his side. And for Man United, it's all about time. That one time they'll go for Frankie de Jong. However much Frankie de Jong loves Barcelona, but he knows that first and foremost, he needs to win. He needs to win. I think they lifted the La Liga. I think the previous season they went ahead to win it, but that doesn't really give him comfort, because he's at a team that is having what we call financial problems. And I've seen a story that FIFA are really banning it to play in the World Cup of 2025. So it shows you how hard it's becoming. It shows you how hard it's becoming for teams like Barcelona and to hold on to talented players. We all knew way back that Barcelona could obviously go ahead and really spend anyhow they wanted, because the financial fair play rule was not obviously put up into place. And guess what? Teams like Chelsea, when they came into the game of football and really spent a lot of money that was really non-footballing money, then the wise people of the game really went ahead to obviously get to know that these people want to awash this game with their money, that any rich man could obviously come out from anywhere and really splash income to a team. So what they did was they said, we are not gonna allow this to happen. So that's why you see that teams like Manchester City are really having 115 charges that are really impending. You get? Barcelona has gone ahead to file a culprit because of the financial fair play rule. They were paying astronomical wages to these players, and what shocked me was to see that Antonio Griezmann was earning close to £800,000 a week. You know, Messi was earning close to £3 million a week. And that is Barcelona for you. They pay insane wages because they want to attract big players, and their brand was built onto quality players. And Frenkie de Jong, way back in Netherlands, when he was still young, he was supporting Barcelona. And by the way, many of the Dutch players have gone ahead to show love for the guy. That is Frenkie de Jong. Sorry, that is for love for Barcelona because of Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff and Mark van Basten have been one of those players that have gone ahead to play football at Barcelona at a high level, and the Dutch really look at them as some of the big inspirations coming in from their country. That's why I saw it that Kluivert went ahead and played for Barcelona. Very many players, you know, that come in from the Dutch side have wanted their final destinations of their career to be Barcelona. So Frenkie de Jong loves Barcelona, we all know that, but different players have gone ahead to make different decisions because of what the interest is. He's still young, 26, 27 years of age. That is Frenkie de Jong for you. And Man United will never get off him unless otherwise Erik ten Hag believes that he has gone ahead to complete his midfield puzzle he really wants. If he gets in players of quality, you know, like Kobe Menu in that midfield, then there will be no reason as to why he goes for Frenkie de Jong. But the more we keep having low quality in that midfield three, then he will obviously look for Frenkie de Jong. But Frenkie de Jong is saying that he cannot say no, that he'll never join Man United because football is a journey game. It's a journey game. You are like a person who is on an adventure. You are like a tourist, you know. Today you'll play in Barcelona. Today you'll play at Ajax. Next time you'll be in Manchester. The other time you might find yourself in Turin, you know. So you might find yourself in Paris. Like we've seen players like Ibrahimovic, you know, from I think PSV, that is Netherlands. He went to Italy, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus. And then he left that. He went to Catalonia, that is in Spain. After that, he went to Paris in France, played for PSG. Then he came to England. He played for Manchester United in Manchester. Then he went to the US, and then he returned to AC Milan. So it shows you that you are a journeyman, you know, you are a journeyman in the game of football. So never say never that you cannot play for a big team. If at all he was asked on a small team like maybe Crystal Palace, you know, he would have gone ahead and said, no way. I don't see myself in London playing for Crystal Palace. But he's talking about Manchester United. And trust me, the problems we've gone ahead to be having at Man United are being solved, especially by the manager. And with Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in through an Ineos, I know a lot is gonna be done. And we all know why that deal really collapsed of Frenkie de Jong to Manchester United. It collapsed for one reason, that we had incompetent people. Barcelona were willing to sell, but we failed to obviously find a way of really paying this guy his referred wages. You know, we agreed a price with Barcelona, and Frenkie de Jong wanted his money because he was demanding Barcelona 17 million euros. So that is the platform laid, and I think with the incompetency being moved out of the club of Man United, John Mata is expected to leave. Then Richard Arnold has already gone ahead to leave. And on the 1st of January, we have an interim CEO. After the approval of these guys coming in through, then we are going to have John Cloud as the CEO of Manchester United. And a lot is on the cards to benefit the club of Manchester United. So for me, the deal of Frenkie de Jong, let it keep growing. Let's see what the new people at the club of Man United have to say about it. And trust me, if we push for him, we can easily get him. We can get him. But in the January transfer window, I tell you, we can't get him. We can't get him because Barcelona wants to strengthen themselves better. And in the summer, they can obviously find for options. They can look for options because they're having better players coming from the academy, and they're looking to recruit more into that midfield. And you know that there is a little bit of a line between Xavi and Frenkie de Jong drawn. So Erik ten Hag, having gone ahead to really have a lot with this guy, he had convinced him to join Man United. But guess what? The two people, you remember that photo of Richard Arnold and John Mata in Catalonia, right? And the deal didn't come to pass. So that is it coming in through from Frenkie de Jong. He has gone ahead to hint on his possibility to join the club of Manchester United. I don't know how you see that, but obviously it is really good. Now let's talk about his counterpart. His counterpart that he used to play with at Ajax, that is Donny van de Beek. He's one of his best friends, has come out and really finally made it official that he's now a Frankfurt player. Remember, we brought you a story towards Christmas that they had gone ahead to fly down to Frankfurt, pass the medical. After passing the medical, he was really waiting for the 1st of January for this deal to be really confirmed. And the website of Man United have gone ahead to obviously confirmed us that Donny van de Beek has signed for Frankfurt on loan for Manchester United. The 26-year-old Dutch midfielder will join the Bundesliga side for the remainder of the season 2023-2024. The deal comes on the first day of the 2024 winter transfer window, which remains open until 1st February. So that is Donny van de Beek for you, and he comes in through at a very tricky time for him to raise up to the occasions. And they've gone ahead to lose Frankfurt have gone ahead to lose. There is a midfielder they're really having that's going to play in the AFCON, and the other one has gone ahead to get an injury. So they even sold one to a certain Bundesliga club. So there is a lot of vacuum for this guy to come in through and obviously occupy. And with the quality that this guy has, I know he's going to thrive there. All he needed is enough playing time for his body to get used to playing these games on a daily basis, and I think he's gonna get it. For me, Donny van de Beek, I know he might even prove a point down there, and maybe Erik ten Hag might not be even willing to sell him. So all what ten Hag needs is to see to it that this guy really gets back to where he deserves to be. And where does he deserve to be? You know there very well. He deserves to be really, he deserves to be playing a better role and more playing time. So if at all he goes in through and puts in more assists and puts in more energy, then United will look to see whether they bring him back, if at all the non-monetary clause is really not met. And Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to realize that it's 11 million euros and 3 million euros of add-ons. That's the non-monetary clause that has been included into this deal. And if at all they feel like has gone ahead to do the job, then they'll really pursue him on a permanent deal. So it's up to Donny van de Beek to obviously play very well and get recruited onto that side. So guys, I like I will obviously credit Man United for one thing. They've gone ahead to obviously do this very quick. If you're going to move on players very quick like this, then that squad is going to be trimmed and more money will be brought in back for the club of Manchester United. So thank you guys for watching. To tell me your thoughts about Jong hinting on joining Manchester United possibility, I welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Donny van de Beek finally going to Frankfurt? And it's official, though we knew it like a month back, but it's finally official and it's now known. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims barakallahu fikum. And it's the 1st of January. What are your New Year resolutions? And if you are a fan of United Matters channel, you can as well go into the comment section and tell me what new things do you want us to obviously bring onto this channel, suggest, and if at all we can obviously pick 1 or 2 or 3, then we'll obviously dance to your tunes. I'm out. Ciao ciao.